Yo, what's up, my YouTube fam? Man, I've been sitting around thinking. I just got done watching a segment on the John Campea show talking about the future of movie theaters. Aaron was a guest on the show today. They were talking about how in 1918, when the Spanish flu hit the United States, how theaters shut down. And they did everything they could to try to get people to come back into the theaters, but it was never the same. The industry had to adapt. In the 1950s, there were more problems in the United States. People at home had this thing called the television. So now people can stay home and watch this little box that was in black and white and watch content. It cut into theaters' cost. What did theaters do? Technicolor, cartoons before the main feature would start. Things like that made the theater experience better. Better speakers, better sound. And now we're here in 2020. Just 2019 was a huge year in movies. The summer was nothing like we've ever seen before. Disney was kicking butt. It was incredible. Blockbuster after blockbuster. Endgame broke every record for opening weekend. A year later, we can't go to the theaters. Now, I live in California. There's Hollywood and there's New York. Not to sound rude, but all the states in the middle really don't matter when it comes to movie-going experiences, because they look at LA and New York for the main content viewers of theater-going experience. And when they calculate everything, yes, the mid-states, the Midwest, the East all make money, but just those two states alone dominate the whole entire United States. And with New York and California on shutdown, it's never going to be the same. I'm thinking, okay, everybody nowadays, whether you're rich, poor, in between, middle class, everybody has a big TV in their house. Everybody. Everybody has a miniature theater in their home. That's cutting into the going experience of movie goings. And then everybody has a smartphone. Everybody. You can watch anything you want on a small screen. And the new generation is more used to a cell phone experience than going to the movies. It's just what it is. And with the pandemic, it's time to face the facts. Wonder Woman, Black Widow, all the movies been pushed back more than 4 to 5 times. Now, a lot of YouTubers, we're trying to be optimistic, but it's time to swallow and understand what's really happening. Pre-pandemic, theater going experience is gone forever. It's never coming back. As a kid, going to see Jaws and Star Wars, standing in line, those days are gone. A lot of us have subscriptions to these theaters and these movie houses. It's not doing us any good. It's like insurance. You're paying for something monthly that you're waiting for something to happen. If there's no accident, there's no accident. You're still paying for insurance. Movie theaters are like that now. If you have a subscription, it's no good. And be honest with yourself. Fathers, mothers, people who have families, you're not risking going back to theaters for selfish reasons for a blockbuster when you have a family. The Rock got corona. His wife and his daughters. Just think about that for a minute. The biggest movie star in Hollywood has been affected. A lot of YouTubers don't have kids. They might stay with their parents. They might have it a little easier than others. Love going to theaters and you have the time to do it. Some people have built their fame and fortune on YouTube off movies. I know I joined YouTube because I love Tyrone Magnus, Mr. Stuckman. I had all these people I looked up to that were great. I mean, who didn't love Collider? Collider was off the hook when John Campion left and everything changed, but those are the things that got me into YouTube because I too have a voice as an African American about the movie-going experience that I can bring a different take. I want to see somebody who looked like me talking about movies the way I do from a different perspective. A lot of people do reactions. Now, I never will ever do reactions. I think it's a gimmick, but it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't my thing, but Tyrone Magnus, some of these people, Grace Randolph, they're the best at doing reactions. And once you master that, everybody else is a copycat. They're probably two of the best who have ever done it. And why do you watch people who watch reactions? Because you're fans of them, or because they're handsome, or because they're pretty? All different reasons. But now they're all reacting to shows that are coming on streaming devices. It's changed forever. YouTube channels that I followed for years had took a big hit, scrambling for content, what to do, what to talk about. You see more live streams now more than ever because they need something to do or to talk about. Ask me anything. Those are really popular right now because I'm pretty sure YouTube, if you are monetized, tell you to do it to keep things going, because right now there's no content. People are still doing Blu-ray hauls and stuff like that, and that's cool, but it's limited resources to keep content coming fresh on our channels. Myself, we're all thinking, a lot of us do retro movie reviews, which is cool, but everybody's doing them. Everybody's doing Indiana Jones. Everybody's doing Star Wars. Everybody's biting off the same pie. There's nothing left for other YouTubers to do. And it's getting really, really hard. And it's time to face the facts that the movie-going experience will be damaged forever. Yeah, studios are losing money daily. Movie theaters, people lost their jobs. People are still in limbo, hoping. And let's look at a history. It's not going to get any better. And if you don't start thinking about the essence of the movie-going experience being gone, then we're all in denial. This has been a tough year for everybody. Everything's different. Going to the store, going to the gas station. Everywhere you go, you see plexiglass. Everybody wearing masks. Everybody. It's a real thing. You can't cheat it. You can get mad. You can get upset. You can have a rant. The problem is still here. It's just we as YouTubers have to find a way to evolve. This is the best time to come up with creative, original content. It's like being a musician. You know, you're in the studio, you sing about the problems of the world, and you release it into the universe, and everybody understands the message. There won't be a Thanksgiving, and there won't be a Christmas like it was just last year. There will not be a Christmas movie or a holiday movie to bring us all together like it was last year. I mean, remember last Thanksgiving, Knives Out? Man, I drove to Fresno, took the whole family plus my mom and dad to see that movie. It was awesome. That's not going to happen this year. And then people adapt. People adapt. After something is gone for so long, you forget about it. Yeah. As hard as that is to muster up to say, it's the truth. After so much time, when something is absent, you tend to forget about it. I know I went to the movies weekly. A lot of times I got free passes. It was a helpful tool, but I spend lots of money going to the movies. I have to be honest. It's nice to save money because I'm old school. I go to the movie theaters. I go to the concession stand. I get popcorn. I get drinks, candy, or I might go to the dollar store and buy candy, stick it in my pockets and walk to the theater. It all depends. And going to the movies as a critic, it's cool to go by yourself. No big deal because you have a job or a duty to do. But come on, going to the movies, you want to share with friends and family, and you want to be watching the big screen together, looking side to side. Go, man, did you see that? It's incredible. Those days are probably in the past. And since March, I've been wrapping my mind around this whole thing and really try to have an optimistic view about it, but it's never going back to the way it was. It's not. And so, even on my channel, I changed the format. I was lucky. I didn't have to rely on reactions because I never did them. I don't do trailer reactions, so I don't have to rely on that material. I can still do movie reviews. There's a whole lot of movies that I've seen that a lot of y'all haven't seen. Being from an African-American background, I'm more drawn to black cinema more than anything. And there's so many movies I can tell you about because recently I've been doing a lot of Spike Lee joints and I realized a lot of y'all haven't seen a lot of Spike Lee movies. Now's the time, while you have the time, to experience different types of movies. Silent films, black and white films, classics, Spike Lee joints, 1970s blaxploitation movies. There's other ways to broaden your horizon because if you keep reporting the news about theaters, it's going to be sad news. Thank God for streaming services because you got The Mandalorian, season 2 coming. Netflix is spitting out great content. Sometimes they make mistakes, but that's the future. 90% of us watching this video right now is probably watching it on their phone. The other half is watching on their laptop. That's the future. It is what it is. Man, times are changing and it's hard to swallow. But you better swallow because it's here and it's a real thing. Hey, we're all in this together. All we can do as YouTubers is do our best to bring original content to our channels and share experiences and knowledge with each other to broaden everybody's horizons as well as our own. Until then, next time, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends and leave your comments down low. If I offend you, then you probably don't understand me. But if I inspire you, then you will learn to love me. I'm out. Until next time.